Being a bit grayer and older and having been in this industry for probably 17, 18 years, there are some things I wouldn't do. And this is not like from day one, this is what I now know having made all of these mistakes. So let's dive into these things. And the first one, obviously camera gear related, changing camera brands based on a new camera. Now, when I was starting out, this was obviously big on my agenda. I was like, oh, look, they've got this, they've got all this, Oh, I didn't, I had no funds to do so, but this is what I've learnt over the years. Sony might bring out a new, better camera with a global shutter. Someone else won't be far behind. And it doesn't make that much difference. Canon might bring out a new log format for their videos. Another brand will trump it soon. All that happens is each brand has a better camera, and at any given point for a few years, one's better than the others. But the money you lose in changing brands, and the time you lose in relearning how to grade the new sensor and all the rest of it. And I know this because I've just moved from Canon to Fuji, which is the first camera brand change I've ever made. It has been horrific. It has been slow. It has been cumbersome. It has taken up much more time than I wish it had have done. But doing that, it's been difficult. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of lots of things. Don't be changing camera brands. Whatever you've got is fine. Fuji, good. Canon, good. Sony, good. Nikon, good. Pentax, maybe think about changing just because of the functionality of working as a professional with that brand is not particularly useful. Hasselblad, good. Phase One, very good. Probably my favourite camera brand of all, despite the fact I don't own one. But we do use them on big jobs. Very nice bit of kit. Changing camera brands is a waste of time and money. And along those lines is buying new kit instead of used kit. Now, someone in the comments on one of these videos recently went, I've worked it out and you'd actually save money buying new kit because of this, and this. They put the VAT down, the tax down, all the rest of it. And they were correct in their sums. But that chain of events doesn't exist. What they've done is cherry picked out key tax savings. Like they put me at a 50% with a 20. It doesn't work like that. Money out is money out. Buying used camera kit, it's the same thing. In the UK, maybe you've got different laws where you live where tax doesn't work in the same way. I'm sure there are places like that. But there's no need to buy new kit. It's just a waste of money. If you can get 2 used cameras for the price of 1 new camera, do that. Whether you're VAT registered or not, you'll be able to clearly see the savings. I've done the sums many times because, as you know, I don't like to have to work harder than I need to. So if I have to work harder to make more money, that's not in my interest. But buy used. The other great thing with used kit is it doesn't go wrong as much. It's like buying a new versus a used car. If a car's done 30 to 40,000 miles, any catastrophic failings which may have been put in there at factory point have probably passed. Same with cameras. I've been informed by you lovely people it's called infant mortality. So once kit's used for a certain amount of time, you know that any major things are not going to happen apart from wear and tear, which is fine, they'd happen anyway. But also just the savings. Don't buy the latest and greatest, buy old, buy used, and buy from somewhere with a guarantee like MPB, Wex, I don't know, there's other shops I'm sure, but like you still get a guarantee with it. There's no, just save the money. I can't think of a reason why I'd buy a brand new camera unless a camera came out that did something specific, and I know this does exist for a lot of people, which saves an insane amount of money, not time, money, for you. Saving time is only of use if it's actually, you don't have it. So people are like, oh, time is money. Time is only money if you don't have time. I've got time. I've got bags of time. I managed to do several jobs and I've still got time. So unless you're more busy than me, working as a photographer, doing YouTube, doing workshops, mentorships, and being an agent, you can afford to lose a bit of time now and then. And of course, that goes without saying, if you're absolutely loaded, you don't want to lose that time, don't lose the time. There's many variables, many. I've got my list over here. Aha. Another thing I did when I was starting out was I spent my money as I earned it. So let's say this month I made £10,000. I spent £10,000 and I waited for next month to do it again. And a lot of you are sitting there going, idiot. Yeah, idiot. Absolute idiot. I lived paycheck to paycheck. Even when I had a day job, I suspend my monthly paycheck just in time for the next one to come in. And sometimes it was a bit of a, ramen noodles job at the end of the month. But don't do that. Don't do that. Save heavily. Live way within your means. And you don't ever want to go, well, if I don't make money this month, I'm in real trouble. You don't even want to be doing that for this quarter, year. Like just live way below your means. Don't do paycheck to paycheck. It's horrific. And along that note is, if you have enough, and this might, again, apologies for talking to you all like idiots, but I was an idiot, so hopefully there's another idiot like me out there about to do this. If you've just made £5,000 and you found a £5,000 camera you want to buy, you can't afford it. You need to have that base level of money which covers you for a year as a sole trader freelancer, and then £5,000 to buy that thing, not just £5,000. I regularly went, oh, I've got £5,000, let's buy some new kits. Bought the new kit and then went, oh no, I've got no work. And then you've got loads of kit just devaluing like an idiot. You only buy kit when you have, first of all, your savings to get you through a certain amount of time. I like to have a year's salary set aside at minimum at any given time. And then any money on top of that is money you can spend. But even then, I'd keep saving. This industry's savage. Now, something I've been very bad at doing in the past is taking on jobs beneath me. Now, this sounds very elitist and egotistical, but I will no longer do a job that doesn't meet a certain financial threshold. It makes no sense. However, when you're desperate for money, you suddenly start doing work all over the place. And I've done this. I've been doing jobs non-stop. There's years I've done over 200 shoots. And you look at it and you go, how have I made so little money? In photography, there are a lot of messy middle jobs which don't have great paychecks and have huge time and overheads, and they're just not worth doing. Now, this changes throughout your career. The number I now set my, like, if it shoots below X amount, I just don't entertain it. I'm better off coming in and doing YouTube videos. I'm better off going out and being an agent. But if it's a cool creative, yeah, I'll do it. You got £5,000 but a brilliant idea, I'm on board with that. But you got £5,000 in it and it just looks boring as hell. I don't do it because it doesn't make financial sense to me at this point. But you need to know what your number is at this point. And this number changes throughout your career. Before, someone offered me 200 quid, I'd be like, hell yes, I am there for 12 hours working. I'll edit all night long, deliver it, have loads of re-edits, do all the next day because I had nothing else on and no money. It changes throughout your career, that is fine, but just know what the minimum number is that you're like, yeah, not for me. That doesn't work for me. So this is something I was hugely guilty of doing for at least a decade, and that is fixating on what other people are doing. Checking in on their Facebook and Instagram accounts. What are they doing? Why are they shooting for this brand? What's going on there? It is so easy to get down, to get fixated, and to get obsessed with other people in photography. I don't unfollow them, but I often mute people. If I find myself getting obsessed with, like, why are they so busy? How have they got this? Oh God, that works really good. I keep checking in on what they're doing. I just mute them from my feed so I don't see them. I don't dislike the person at all, but it's not good for my mental health. And it's not good for your mental health either. If you're fixating on what someone's doing, if you're obsessed with your competition, you'll fall off your ladder craning your neck whilst they'll just carry on climbing their ladder. Focus on what you're doing, focus on your plan, your goals, and just do that. You can't control other people and what they're doing. Do your thing, go straight down that path, and just be happy with what you've got. Which brings me through to the last point. Always put your health before your work. I have given myself pneumonia on shoots. I have burnt out catastrophically and spent a week in bed because of work. I don't do it anymore. I don't, but I have done for years. I always put my work before my health, and I would just lose huge chunks of my year to illness because of it. Now, of course, when the deadline's on and you've got to pull a 48-hour bender on a work shift, you do it. But then you go and recover. Then you go and rest. And you take that time to rest. You have naps in the middle of the day. You go and eat nice food. You need to treat yourself well because there's no sick pay in our line of work. If you're sick and you can't work, you just lose the job. If you're sick on set, you just don't do a good job. You must be healthy. You must look after yourself. It is so important, and it's something I never did before. So don't make the mistakes I've made. Look after yourself. Look after your health. Of course, don't go so far down that you're having self-care days all the time and you're not actually doing any work, but try and form some resemblance of balance. You can never have a work-life balance in this industry. It doesn't exist. When work's on, it's on. When it's off, it's off. But when it's off, rest. When you've got nothing going on, take that as a sign to relax, because when it's busy, it's real busy. I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.